Yeah, he books a lot of bands. They're opening up a Fillmore here.
Are they really?
Yeah, and
Nice.
he's the talent buyer, the sole talent buyer for it.
So I'm recording the call. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Thanks.
And we met with him, and he knows another guy who's a booking agent out of Colorado with the, I can't remember the name of the company, but they book a lot of bands. And so we're going to try to start booking some stuff with them and see how it works. It's not a ironclad contract, or we don't have to sign away any of our rights or anything, but it's a good step in the right direction.
Good, good. And you guys are managing yourselves, right?
For now.
Right. Good. And then your CD is real nice. So how are you generating revenue from the CD? And or is it out like on iTunes and things like that?
Oh yeah, it's on iTunes. It's on like 10 different streaming sites. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify, CD Baby.
Did you do it through? Because I put mine out through CD Baby.
Did it through CD Baby.
Then it went all out from there.
What we did.
Did you do that? Yeah.
We did, and then we got a Spotify account. We have mounting plays on Spotify. I mean, we're like
Good.
up to almost 2,000 plays on a bunch of the songs.
Nice. I really like the music.
Came out really good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting because, I was in this cover band here, and we were doing some pretty hot spots around and all, and they, it's hard to, sometimes it's a little difficult to categorize stuff, but one of the things that was going around, I wanted to do a funky thing, but we wanted to do more like kind of like Green Day type stuff, but danceable, some of this newer modern. I says it wasn't grunge style, but it was rock style, and it seemed to me like some of your stuff fit that category, and I think
it's definitely rock. It's
very rock.
Rock music. It's got a psychedelic tinge, whatever you want to call it, and
yes,
it's got some modern stuff, and it takes my influences and their influences and mixes them together. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty marketable in that genre, which is really good, and I could see, I guess that's the goal is you want to get it out there so like these cover bands start doing them and you really take off.
Yeah.
But I still I wonder how much money can be generated through sales of the music versus is the more money available by doing gigs?
Oh, well, it just depends. If we were fortunate enough to have one of the songs turn into a hit single, that would be a miracle, but that would be a way to make money. But I mean, I think I heard that Taylor Swift had a song on Spotify and it had 30 million plays. She had 11,000 followers.
Well,
that's nothing.
That brings me to this other point that I've really been trying to get educated on this stuff. Have you heard of this guy called Logan Paul?
No.
Are you familiar with like the Jackass video movie things?
Yeah.
He does kind of stuff like that. And I'm doing some video work here with this lady, and she goes to me, "Have you heard of this guy Logan Paul? My kids watch him." I go, "No, I don't know." And so she goes, "Yeah." So I check him out. She goes, "He's all over YouTube." So I'm reading about this guy, and and he at one point he did something stupid, and YouTube shut him off, and he gets $1 million. He gets $1 million a month, and it's tied to the subscribers.
Right.
He has 17 million subscribers. Now Taylor Swift and Katy Perry, they have 30 million subscribers. So that's
subscribers. Yeah, they make
the subscribership is where it's because then that's tied right to the advertising. Because I did a rolling Space Echo video. I don't know if you saw it, but I got over 200,000 views on it. just on how it works, how you fix it and stuff. I tried to monetize it, and it was like a black hole. You got to get a Google Wallet. You got to do this. I couldn't figure it out. But I've been talking to a couple of these social media people getting it.
Oh, you need that. You need a social person that understands all that because
Yeah.
you make money, like you said, but with a subscriber.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying. You know, I ain't gonna make a lot of money, man. If I could make a couple of bucks, I'd be happy. With this Cool Tonight thing, and like this kind of call, and we call and we try to get people to come on to the, your group, a couple of hotter groups, and other cool things. I don't know what else I could. I'm trying to, I was trying to leverage Asbury Park and its comeback, and I shot some stuff over there, but. I don't know what really. I'm at a.
You got to get little Steven on your show.
Who? Yeah. Well, see, there you go, man. Do you follow his thing?
Sometimes I think he's the coolest guy in the world.
That's amazing, man. Because I have a friend that loves him and has pictures with him, and so at one point I bought a bunch of his CDs that are Soul, Disciples of Soul.
Yeah, they're great.
You like that stuff, huh?
I like them, man. I like them a lot. That first song on their last album is fantastic.
It just came out, right?
A few months ago.
Yeah. Well, and he was in the.
It's good.
How do you like that? I'm gonna have to check it out. But do you have Sirius Radio?
No.
I do, and it is as cool as it gets.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, man, that's it's really, he has a channel, the Underground Garage.
Right. That's the shit.
Yeah, it is. I guess so, and that's why I want to chat a little bit, see what you're seeing and hear what I'm up here doing. And I mean, I got this equipment. I got decent video stuff. I've been buying some more. Your video. I love your video. And
isn't that a great video?
Yeah, and see, and that's what
simple, but it's so good. It stands alone. It's perfect.
Yeah, and see, it is, and see, one of the things that I could do with this package here is I could share that to an audience, and so I'm going to show you kind of how it goes. So what I would do is I would share my screen, and then I could go over here. And
sure, I'll be good.
You hopefully it queues up and goes. You're always at the mercy of the network.
Yeah, I have high-speed internet, but it doesn't always.
Do you?
Yeah, very high.
That's cool. Yeah, see, I just had this thing playing a little while ago. So, can you see that?
I can see it.
Yeah. So like that. It's kind of
that's what you can do.
That's one of the things you can do, and my mindset was to try to make this thing like David Letterman or Conan.
Well, of course, that's how you should think about it.
Thanks, because I can't really get many people to give me feedback on it. And I chase people around, and they're always busy doing other stuff, and they want to.
Well, chasing the wrong people.
Well, there you go. And
you need to go get young bands who are fucking ambitious.
Well, I thought I had one, but I could dig it, man. You're right. And
so set it up so that you have a show, and that you have so you got to have like a backdrop that looks like a TV show somehow. You can be corny.
Yeah.
And then go to colleges and figure out who the college bands are in those colleges, and ask them to come be on your internet TV show to be interviewed.
Yeah, that's.
You're gonna say yes. Who's gonna say no?
Yeah. Well, that's very smart.
End up in the student union.
It's very smart. Yeah, I've been. I thought it was. You know who Pixar is? They do all the movies.
I know who Pixar is.
Yeah. Well, I was doing some meditation program. I was working with this woman because I had done meditation groups when I was doing mental health and substance abuse counseling, and we did this meditation group weekly, and it was kind of neat. And I liked her. She lived close by, so I got out of it, but we stayed in touch. And so we were thinking of going around and doing this meditation thing because I was playing lots and lots of keyboards, and I picked up a really nice MX61 Yamaha that has loads of sounds, and it's only not even 10 pounds. It's really cool. So I was going to play some music, and she was going to do meditation. And do you know what a audio visualizer is for video?
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought I was buying him a plug-in for Final Cut Pro, but from Pixar, but it's actually this company called Pixel. And it's like $30 or $40, and it gives you like lines and stuff, and that goes.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
It's
and
psychedelic.
What's that?
Psychedelic.
Yeah, big time. And you could tweak it to that.
Yeah.
So last night I just bought because for your pointer of getting a good backdrop, I just pulled up. I bought their plug-in for doing backdrops, and so I'm going to try to get that to work. You know, because I got a whole green screen set up downstairs. I do a lot of stuff with the green screen, and so yeah, man. I think that. So to make the internet TV show look a little neater, and and I can even go out on site and do stuff, 2-camera stuff on site.
Right. You got to be a little over the top because it'll come across as almost normal on screen. Like, actors overact a lot of the time, so that you can really get it with just looking at it.
Yeah, see, and I don't know if I'm
got to be a little bit outlandish and a little bit, far out and interesting, or even silly or kitschy because people love that shit now.
Yeah. See, I don't know. I never thought I'd be the on-air guy. I was looking, and even for some music videos that I had done, I was trying to get, and I was willing to pay people, and I was going to the college theater groups, and I couldn't get anyone to even come down and get paid to act on videos. It was just like,
come here, you should bring your equipment, and you can make a video. You can record our band. You can do a video of our bands.
Well, that is the
ideas.
So the long range goal is for me to come down here when it gets cold up here.
Right.
Like after you guys do the tour and you go back down like January, I'd like to come down and spend like a month. If you could help me find a place and things, and just work together and do videos and whatever you guys think that would be marketable and promotional for the band. That's the other word that I came upon that I was not in my vocabulary, was promotion. And that's why when we initially talked about managing, bringing the band up, and and I saw on the paperwork that you guys already had Hunter and the other guy as your booking contacts. I didn't want to confuse the clubs.
Right.
So, I could help promote the gigs, but if it's that you want me to go in and we just change the name on the bottom of the stuff, I'll go in. I'll be happy.
Yeah. You can do that.
And but I think this format though, we can talk about the Iceman Special. I almost wouldn't mind bringing authentic guitars back alive.
Well, we could do some guitar stuff too.
I still got the website. I got the YouTube channel. Matter of fact, if you go to Cool Tonight, I got our interview of me and you doing the harmony guitar.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's got like so, I had some ideas. Actually, I really been playing. I picked up an AC30. I say, with the separate head and cabinet.
Yeah.
So I was really ripping it up. I was talking with Mike Rock from Sam Ash. And, I was looking at this and that and all, and he said that's what he uses. So I go, if it's good enough for him.
AC30s are great. I got a hand-wired one here in the shop.
Yeah, is it a combo or a separate?
It's a combo.
Is it new?
Yeah, but it's hand-wired. It's got the blue speakers.
Yeah, I guess what I got. Yeah, I love it.
Way better with the blue speakers.
Yeah, it was funny. I was playing it on the 15-watt setting.
Uh-huh.
And it was cool. It sounded great and everything else. And then I was a pretty big band, a really big venue. And then I remembered to hit to the 30-watt, and boom, the thing took off.
Oh, yeah. Down the front, and it's not bashful about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And it honks right in the mid-range, so it cuts through everything.
Ain't it great? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I picked up one of these, the Roland, not the Roland, the Boss, the GT 1000 effects unit, the top of the line with that, because I was inspired by what you guys are doing with effects. Really, it's very good. And so I'm playing and I'm teaching a little bit. I'm trying to get that to happen more, and I'm just trying not to get too scattered and do a couple of projects. I'm working with a church down here right in Port Newark, and right near the airport. And this priest is a little whacked out, and once upon a time he just wanted to do music at his church. Had no idea what he's doing, and he bought this Allen and Heath 32 channel automated digital mixer, and he didn't even know how to turn it on.
What kind?
Oh, I don't know. It's a QS32, OS32.
Like PreSonus, or it's a
PreSonus.
PreSonus. Those are good. Those are good. I have a 24 channel.
Yeah. You have a studio?
I have a studio that I have my equipment in. It doesn't belong to me, but I have free use of it.
Yeah. So it's automated. All of that, the faders and everything.
It is. I don't use it for that, but I don't use it for mixing. But
Oh no.
I use it for I use it for coming into the computer.
Yeah. So I was messing with that, and doing some video with him. So I got like maybe a half a dozen things that I got my hands in. And, just trying to build it and have some fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh yeah, you guys are a lot of fun, man. Your gig that I attended at the Driftwood was out of sight.
Oh, that was killer. That was a great gig.
Yeah.
That was one of our best gigs. Probably top 5.
Really? Yeah, I was talking to Will about the Maple Leaf, and I asked him if he got any video of that, and he said he thought that the Maple Leaf might have had some.
Oh, we hired a videographer. He filmed the whole thing.
Oh, he didn't tell. Well, see that
No sound. He didn't use any sound, but he's got all video.
Oh yeah, that's cool. And now, so you guys have all video covered, man. Obviously.
Well,
right.
Of that, not usually.
Oh no, I thought since
because Hunter is a videographer, but it's hard for him to be our drummer and be in video of the band. It's not.
Oh yes, yeah. I was just telling someone the other day about that because my studio is pretty cool. I got a nice little, live drums, and I'm using an old version of Pro Tools, and I got a good guy on drums now, and he's in the Stagehands Union. He does a lot of cool stuff, and he wants to do all this and that and everything else, and I'm like, that's fine and dandy, but for me to play and do all that kind of fancy mixing and and all on the front end is just not realistic. So I do a lot of it in post, and but he's cool, and like you're saying, to be a producer or a camera person or an audio engineer and play at the same time. So how's the scene in New Orleans, man? How's the gigs are plentiful and money okay? Or
well, you have when you move into the arenas that we're moving in, you have to be judicious about how much you play. You don't want to oversaturate your market. So we probably try to play in New Orleans like once every 6 to 10 weeks. Sometimes a little bit farther. Sometimes once every 2.5, 3 months. Just depends on what the season is and what's going on. Now, like at Halloween, we'll play all Halloween weekend. We'll do 3 gigs, but there's going to be 100,000 people in town for the Voodoo Festival.
Really?
Yeah, during Jazz Fest, same way. You have 1 million people that come to town. So literally, so you can play more gigs because people are out partying all night long. So the gigs, there's plenty of gigs for us if we wanted them, but we don't take them all.
How's the money?
Good for us now.
What are you pulling like?
Well, we make between $1,500 and $4,000 a night.
Okay. give me a good idea what we should aim for up here.
Well, right. And to get in the market, we're going to probably have to play less for
Right.
less than that. But that's okay. The first pass.
Uh-huh. Have you ever thought about getting someone to sponsor you, like a,
Yeah. Well, that's that. Yeah, we thought about it. It's easier. We put on a festival every February.
Oh, it's yeah,
The
yeah.
Void.
Where is it?
The Void.
Yeah, where?
It's around Lake Charles. We put it on in 2 different locations. We're going to change the location this year.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me, but I thought it was like where you came from originally.
Yes, close to there.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember you telling me.
Farther south, but sponsors are hard to get. You got to have
Right.
sponsors don't want to sponsor you until you already have a name.
Right.
What they're looking at is numbers.
Exactly.
They want exposure. They're not going to sponsor some unknown band.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm kind of up against with this TV show that I'm trying to do out of Asbury Park.
Yeah,
I'm going around
you
a
need
business.
there, you need an investor.
Well, there you go. And I don't know about down there, but to do video, there's so many people getting to do it these days.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the technology's cheap.
The technology's cheap, and there's lots of people that have great ideas. But if you get something that catches on, you can turn, it could turn into something better. But wild and great. But you just have to have something that's uniquely interesting in some way or another.
So how's the program doing down there? You getting out to the meetings and the
Oh yeah, I go to when I'm home. I go to a meeting every day.
Yeah, that's just it's good community down there, strong.
Oh yeah, I have a therapist. I go to my therapist about once every 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks. I go to a therapist. I've been seeing him for like a long time, 15 years.
But that's just about the same as me.
18 years, same guy.
Really?
He's he's the best therapist I've ever met. He's really, really good.
Yeah. And then you do some service work too.
Oh yeah. I'm the local area service representative, and I go to a hospital and do a meeting once a month. Yeah.
I think that's really important. I do the same.
It's extremely important for me.
Yeah. But I think, how do you think it, especially nowadays with so many people, commit suicide and things, famous celebrities and things, that, I wonder, I don't know what step it is, but the one about, how much self-disclosure is appropriate, I think, is something that I wonder about. Where do you tell your story? How much do you tell? How is it good? I think it's kind of good to stay, have part of the band or the community that you're in, the group, the organization, give back. I think that helps. A lot of people, I think, not a lot, but maybe you get some people to come on board to help further the cause. Especially in things like Cool Tonight. I mean, right down the block, even they have the hospitals up here are buying each other out like crazy.
Oh yeah.
And they're really not making, the labor is getting hurt bad. They're not hiring nurses. They're pushing them harder. They're not paying them as well. And they were picketing here the other day. And I come from a labor background, and the church thing is a lot of labor going on with the longshoremen. And so I'm looking at them for being investors and backers. Do some video for them, and it kind of ties in. Like I built their websites. It's a church, Catholic church, and a woman's shelter in Jersey City. And I've been putting some videos together. Actually, one of the things they do that's like far out, man, is they get the cardinal out of Newark, and he goes on a tugboat and he celebrates Mass with about maybe 80 people, and we go around the whole New York City harbor, and he blesses the harbor for the industry.
That's great.
Yeah, I'll send, and I video it, and I got it up on YouTube and on its link to their website. So I'll send you some of this stuff, and yeah, it's kind of cool. And I pick up some people here and there. And hopefully the numbers add up. So it's cool. Video's cool. I dig video. I think it's it's a good deal, man. Obviously, you guys do too, man. I mean, yeah. So yeah. So what do you think that the chances are of getting? I mean, getting the other guys to come on to a call like this and chatting.
I think maybe next week.
Okay, cool, man. All right, because there's nothing else. I got to get rolling.
But what I need from you is I need for you to have a format so that it's not just open end. In other words, you need to ask specific questions to guide what we
right.
Sit around going, well, what are we going to talk about?
Okay, I'll do that.
You need to have like a questionnaire. What are you going to ask us? What do you want to know? What do you think is going to be interesting?
Right. Okay, good. I'll have that.
Like maybe what kind of equipment we use. What's our creative process?
Well,
That's the kind of things people ask us.
Well, it's interesting because the other day, even when I was on, I guess it was Will, he told me, he's a guitar player, right?
Yeah.
He told me he knocked a beer over into his amp.
Yeah. Broke all the tubes.
So I mean, even I'm with you. I agree. You need to have the questions, and you're right. But see, the interesting thing about this high five application is right now, and I'm trying to get to them about it because there's a bunch of these applications out there. This one you cannot stream live. So what happens? I'll get the recording,
record it, and then play it.
I can cut it up, cut out the ahs and oohs, whatever, make it nice, whatever, and then put it out. But I would like to be able to do it live, so maybe you could have people kind of.
Oh yeah, you want to be able to live stream if you want to.
So and keep.
You can do it on an iPhone now.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
They got the technology. It's easy.
Yeah, have you heard of the Sling thing?
Yeah.
You heard? Yeah, the iPad. You can have like multiple cameras, and you just there's your whole thing. You can switch it and everything right from the fucking iPad. Just nuts, man. So, I'm thinking when I was talking to my cousin, he does a lot of video. If you had, a thing like the Sling, could you put it as an input to this so you could have integrated studio and people calling in, just like they do on CNN or in they have something going on in the studio and they got people dialed in. So, it's a balance, man. See what you can do with technology, see where the delivery system, and then what's the content, and try to bring it all together. And then if you can earn a couple of bucks to.
Well, let's just also try to think of something weird that you.
Yeah,
not out of taste or anything, but just something that you could do as part of your show. That's like, you ever listen to those guys that do Click and Clack, the Tapper Brothers? The Car Talk.
Melinda loves those guys.
Right.
That's cool.
They do like a thing every week where they call it the Quizler. They read that where they give you a riddle.
Really?
They don't give you the answer, and you have to tune in next week to hear what the answer is. And people can mail in postcards, and if they win, they get a T-shirt or they get something. I don't know what.
Yeah. Well,
an oil change or I don't know what. But I'm just saying, there's just something.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we're gonna have the joke of the week told by a celebrity.
You're absolutely right.
Wow, by somebody in a clown suit or something. Something funny.
I met a guy up here that has a barbecue place, and on Instagram he has a thing where if you bring in like 3 more people, he gives you 5 free wings.
So is he a barbecue guy?
Yeah.
You should go interview him.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
And get right in his face and get him to tell you about how, if he's a character, get him to tell you about about how he got into barbecue, and
yeah. Well, See, the thing is,
No,
here's the thing.
you know, you could name your program. You know what? Do you see what it says right here?
What?
It says this meeting is being recorded. That's what you should call your show. Welcome to this meeting is being recorded.
Well, you know,
Something.
well, you know, I hope
You can have like the 5 minute, the personal section, and then you could have like asking different band members very personal questions, whether they answer them or not, just the look on their faces would be really great. And you have to get them to volunteer for it. You can say, "I'm going to ask you something, just some really weird shit," and you don't have to. You don't want to, but I want to record what you say and what you look like when you do it.
yeah. Well, this, I think, talking about this stuff and so it's cool to do phone calls and things are going to fall out. I mean,
think about Andy Kaufman. You know, remember Andy Kaufman?
No.
The actor?
No, I don't know.
You know, yeah, you do. You know.
No, I don't know. I'm telling you, bro.
You know who he is.
Yeah, Andy, but that's all right.
He's the guy that, like, he was on David Letterman. He picked a fight with a wrestler on the show, and the guy beat him up. And
okay, I remember that.
No, and he played Latka on Taxi.
Okay. Oh, all right.
You know, and he was in a lot of different movies. And Jim Carrey played him in the movie called Man on the Moon. And, but anyway, he was like, he would make people feel really uncomfortable, but he was so funny.
Well, that was like the guy that used to do Howard Stern, Stuttering John.
Yeah. How he'd just go up to people and ask them questions. You know, like he would walk up to him like, he's right over there. He'd walk up to her and say, you know, do you have any underwear on? Yeah. You know, stuff like that.
Well, you know, Ted Williams, the baseball player, he went up to him like, how many, you know, did they, you know, people, well, he's the catcher. How many people farted in your face at the batter's box? yeah, I can dig it, man. You know,
it doesn't have to be lewd, but just has to be something that's funny or something that's very interesting. You know, it'll come to you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I get too serious. I get too.
Well, then do that. Get real serious with that.
You know, I don't think I'd be good for in front of the camera, honestly. I think I'm better as an engineer in the background. I'm fine. You know, yesterday I was looking for the local improv group because I always look at like these people that do like Toyota Jan, you know. And I'm like,
I got a girl you can interview. Her name is Allison Hotard. She's a comedian, and she's a stand-up comic, but she's got like some deformity. She has like little short arms.
Really?
Little short fingers, but she's fucking hilarious.
She's from New Orleans?
She goes, what does she say? She goes, her hands are like the size of a 3-year-old's or 4-year-old. Right. And he was talking about, she goes, I don't mind going out. She goes, guys with small penises like to go out with me on a date because their dick looks really big in my hands.
Cool, man. You know, it's really hard to do good comedy.
Oh yeah, she's really good because she's a Cajun, you know, and she can do that Cajun. She can. Oh yeah. Talks about her dad and.
Nice, man.
I didn't want her to come to the big city in New Orleans because he
yeah. I think this
is not good for you, girl. She's funny. You got to.
I think
she'd interview with you.
Happening, man.
She'd interview with you.
Cool. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a big note taker, but what I don't got to do with this, I got to call record, and I can go back. I can.
Right. You don't have to take notes.
Yeah. No, but this recording.
Got to get the backdrop so that people that don't know who you are going to look at it and say, "Okay, well, that's something."
Yeah.
You know, it has to be like the da show with the thumb.
Yeah, I bought the
lights.
Yeah. I got the plugins last night, man. They're great. They're incredible. You can buy these plugins for $40, and it's like just ridiculous software. You know, that's what it's going to be. It's going to have the thing rolling by, and it's going to be. For now, it's going to be cool tonight. I got I've been up and down with a bunch of different names. I like that one.
That's a good name. That's a good name.
Everybody digs it. It's funny because if you search on it, if you search on Cool Tonight, all you get back is weather forecasts.
There you go.
So it's the only, you'll be sticking out good And I don't know. I think I don't know, man. I'm pretty excited about it. But here's the problem, man, and I would like to hear what you got to say about it. Is that like to go do this barbecue thing, guy? Go do, go down there and do it and do this program. There's two schools. It's like, well, you got to do it for free as an investment in what you're doing, or you got to get the barbecue guy to pay you to do it.
No.
No.
You got to do it, and then you've got to get subscribers.
Got to get the subscribers first. They're not going to subscribe.
No, not first. They're not going to subscribe to you until you have content.
Right. Yeah.
You got to get some content first. So you got to do it for free. You're going to tell the guy, what have you got to lose? You give me a little bit of your time, I'm going to put you fucking on the internet, your business on the internet. It's not going to cost you a dime.
Yeah, see, that's where, I kind of believe that, and Melinda's kind of not really into that. Her thing is, well, you need to get paid for what you do.
Well, I know, but a band has to learn a bunch of songs. They don't get paid for the songs.
There you go.
You got to build the car first before you can sell it. Well, and you have to invest in the car. You have to. I mean, Henry Ford, he didn't get paid for his first car till he built it.
No,
so you got to build your show and then sell the show. It's like they make a pilot.
Right.
They invest their own money in the pilot, and then they show the pilot to somebody, and they say, "That's fucking great. I'll finance 10 more shows."
Right.
It's the same way. It's.
Yeah. Well, that again.
Auditions. You go to the audition. You don't get paid for the audition.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
How many actors are going to auditions all the time in New York every week? As many as they can go to, and they're not getting paid for any of them.
Yeah. I
you got to get off the ground. Then you get a sponsor, or then you get people that advertise with you. You can run advertisements across the bottom of the screen, and you can get subscribers, and then you can make money.
Well, I worked with Bloomberg for a while, 3 years, and that's what he did. He built the Bloomberg terminal, and he went to Merrill Lynch, and he had them buy in. But he said, "I'll do it. It's gonna, and I'll do it for free." And his in-house, the Merrill Lynch in-house people said they'll do it. It'd take them 6 months, and it was going to cost them a fucking bunch. And they said, the guy just got up and said, "All right, it's a done deal. Go ahead, Mike. Mike Bloomberg, go do what you're going to do." And he had no idea what he was going to do, but he sold it without having an idea. I mean, he had a clue, but how the hell he was going to do it. I mean, it's my favorite book is his autobiography.
Yeah, you could do all kinds of things. You could have, you could have a different theme each week. You could, you could keep coming back to music, but you could have like a weird architect who lives in your town, or a little old lady who does something strange, or people that collect shit. I mean, there's just so much stuff that's interesting in the world that people are. I mean, everybody's dying to look at TV all the time.
I know, especially now, like you said, on the cell phones. It's just nuts.
It is.
I'm telling you, man. It's just.
You don't need to be a big hit. You just need to be a hit.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, man. No grandiose ideas here, But if
you're going to be on the screen at all, you need to do something like just to make yourself look interesting, even if it's fake.
Right. Well, no, absolutely. Man.
You know what I mean? Like get some strange glasses and a hat, or wear really colorful clothes and
one of the things
on your hands. Remember Soupy Sales with the gloves?
Yeah, man. Well, I'll tell you one of the things I really like about the Iceman thing. I really like is when you come out with the hoodie.
Oh yeah,
I love the hoodie.
Everybody loves it.
That is like the genius, man.
And then Charlie puts on the mask on. We do this song called Tour Through Ecuador, and he puts this mask on, and it's like people love that shit.
I know.
I have women come up to me, they go, "You're the most interesting person in the group," and I'm like, "But it's just because the hood and the glasses."
I love it, man.
It's mysterious.
And your music is great.
Look like Strider in fucking Lord of the Rings.
He
has a hood. Nobody knows who he is.
Hey, look, man, I got to roll if nothing else.
Okay, me too.
Hey, I'll be talking to you soon, Steve.
Okay, this was great, Rudy. Good.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful, man. We're going to do more.
Oh, yeah, we can do a lot. All right.
Have a great weekend, brother.
We'll shoot for next week with the band.
Yeah, talk it up to them. Get them to dial in.
I will.
And I will do the same.
All right.
All right, man.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.